Hey everybody, it's Roo here from Scooter and Roo's How To. Today I'm just doing a little impromptu video on how to build a desk. We have a space in our apartment that is kind of an odd shape, and we have a dining table there that really doesn't fit the way we'd like it. So I'm just going to go get some planks and see if I can build something. I don't really know a whole lot about woodworking, but I've watched a lot of stuff online, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so here we are in my garage. It's a small garage, but it's just enough to work with what we need to do. And we're going to build this plank. I went and got some lumber from Home Depot. What I ended up getting was measuring the space, which is about 10 feet, and they actually already had 10-foot boards at Home Depot. So we have a 1 by 8 by 10, and I got 3 of those. Measuring out the space was about 24 inches, but 3 of these. Put some Type Bond wood glue between them and clamp them together for the first set, and then these will go wide enough. I'll do the second set, and then we'll put them all together. And then to offset that, because 4/8 wasn't going to be too wide, I didn't want to rip them, I just got another, I think it's a 1 by 4, and that'll just go right along there. So the idea is that there'll be plank, 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 and then we'll have some scrap 2 by 4 ties underneath. As you can see over here, this beam right here, this 1 by 1, this is going to act as the lip that goes around the wall area, so that this area, this desk, will actually just sit on the back of the wall. And then what I've done is I actually curb shot these legs off of this bar that I came across. Let me get you a better shot here. So there you can kind of see what these are, and going to modify these a little bit and see how they're going to work out, give us some support underneath the middle. Quick update, so I got the boards glued together and the clamps on. I got some spare wheels that I could put on for weight to keep it flat. Well, at least as flat as the floor is, and that should be enough for a desk for my needs. Okay, so there we are with the legs cut, those bar legs that I found. Went ahead and measured them and just kind of checked my plumb afterwards. I'm not a carpenter, so the fact that I got them pretty level is pretty good. They're all going to be 29 plus the thickness of the actual desk, so about 30. We have 3 legs. We decided to go with 3 and not 4 because it looked nicer. And remember, we're going to have that lip along the edge, the back edge, to support it on the wall, the 1 by 1. So space these out for 3, and then we're going to have some ties to tie those together to keep them kind of some structural support and to keep them flat, hopefully. They've already been wood glued and clamped. Now we're just going to put some, do some wood screws and tie some of these guys together. So now what we do is we have the ties screwed into the platform. We're going to do a test lift and see A, how level and straight it is, and also how heavy it is. That might be a challenge. So let's see what's up. Not bad. It's definitely more level than I expected for actually using just the concrete floor as my gauge, and some heavy weights as I glued and clamped it, but pretty decent. So yeah, let's get it on some sawhorses and see what happens, so I can get it sanded and stained. Something I've decided to do is actually add a little wood filler in the cracks. There's a few spots where it's got knots and cracks and things like that, so I thought I'd just give it a once over with some wood filler. Just rub it in with your fingers, mush it in with your fingers, make it all nice. Let it dry and sand it down. Should be good enough for what we're looking for, but it had a little, some rough edges to it. I thought I'd clean it up a little bit before I do the main panel sanding and actually do a little bit of routing. along this edge and just kind of give it a nice finished look, so we'll do that now. There we are. With a nice edge here. Just something to kind of give it a little bit of smoothness to it. Okay, there we go. So now for the staining part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this stuff here. I'm going to go with the whatever I had on the shelf. It's English chestnut and some paper towels and some gloves, and go to town and see what happens. There we go. Hey, it's me again, just back on the table. I thought what I'd do after I sanded and stained it is actually put a little shellac on it. So you can see here that I'm just going to put a quick couple rolls of this stuff on, some polyurethane, just to kind of seal it and give it a nice smooth finish. Easier to clean later on, that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so there we are with a little bit of a coat on it, polyurethane. It's not perfect, but again, this is just a simple, quick and dirty work surface. Not bad for not being a carpenter, I think. Looks pretty good. Looking at the space, I kind of got ahead of myself and went ahead and started measuring. So we're kind of measuring where these beams are going to go to help support some of the lip of the table. Basically what we're looking to do here, and the legs will get painted and all that fun stuff, but you know, you've got your back lip kind of supported a little bit. It'll sit on top of these guys and they'll get screwed in, so let's see what that'll do. Okay, so don't ask me how I got it in here. We live on the second story, but that's basically it right there. And I'm gonna do some prettying up, of course, and we'll paint the legs and all that sort of thing. But you can see just kind of roughly where the weight lies on the lips, those back lips, and then that one over there on the side. And then the rest of the table weight lives on the legs here. What I did just to add some stability, since I didn't actually want to drill through the table surface into the and show a bunch of messed up stuff, I just put some L brackets to the legs just to keep them in place a little bit better. I put 2 on either side, so 2 there and 2 there. Hey ho, Roo here. As you can see behind me, the desk is built and in functioning use. We've been using it now for a couple of weeks. Haven't got around to painting the legs, so we're gonna do that today. So here we are, the desk is all finished and in use. We have a little bit of storage on either side here for some things there and some of that stuff over there. But that's pretty much it. The legs are painted. It did soak up a lot of paint, but that could be just the material that I ended up finding for the legs. Maybe they're just different kind of wood or whatever. So just, you know, use what you got. But that's pretty much it, and that's in place. And of course these chairs fit right in, and she loves her chairs, so I made them fit so the width of the chair would be, there we go, just like that. So that's pretty much how that space works. So thanks again for watching this build on Scooter and Roo Do. Keep it tuned here, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.